Yeah. Okay, everybody, forgive my voice today because it's shit. And welcome to the 25th Sunday show. Well, the official. We've had some gaming shows and other stuff, like my birthday and other stuff, but that didn't count. But everybody, welcome to the 25th Sunday show. So I didn't think we'd make it so far. I will say, guys, we have made it further than most TV shows now. Than a bunch of TV shows.
We got renewed?
Woohoo.
Yeah, we got renewed. So,
Have we lasted longer than this era of Doctor Who?
How many episodes was it? How many? Literally,
too many.
Too many. Yeah, too many.
But yeah, 25. But we had some birthday streams and other stuff along the way. But the official count is 25 Sunday shows. So we started, and I remember this because I looked back. We started. It wasn't particularly Sunday, but the idea for this all started on January 20th of this year. So I think that's the day that it happened on. So it's time for garbage things. So it's time for a Read Better Than Imagine and Just Be All Fans. No, there ain't gonna be any of that shit be going here. So we stay true to loyalties right here. So with honor and tradition. Yeah.
There were 26 episodes of the Doctor That Shall Not Be Named, so we got to do at least 2 more shows.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But of course, the new 6 new ones haven't aired yet, so there were 10 in that first season that won't be named.
Yeah, so
they did 10 because it's just so well received. 10, 10, and 6.
Okay, so see. Mark always looks stuff up for his. Hi, everybody in chat. Thank you all for being here. We may have some other people. Yes, I know we're late.
Unfashionably late. Yes.
Yeah. So
we're trying to get
Iron's like, well, we didn't have any to put on Nurse Chapel. I saw what PJ said. And he's like, apparently, yeah. We didn't have any, but Ash is Ahura, so, I thought you'd get a kick out of that one, Ash. Yeah. And then Iron's, if you want to blame that one on Mike, because he picked your Sulu. So I'm not Mike. Blame that on Mark. So, yeah.
No, I did what you told. You're the captain. You told me what to do, so I just did it. Yep.
Yeah, so I had to go in there and change a few around because I didn't like the order of things. So, hey, Garbage, PJ. I think PJ said he's going to be on with us a little bit. We may have a few other surprise people coming over too, which will be cool. Hopefully. And guys, let me know if there's anybody wanting in or, anybody text, you know what I'm saying? Text, and stuff, okay?
Yeah.
Because I'm oblivious because I'm running the stream, so. Even in the private chat sometimes, so.
So if Doomcock shows up or Gary, make sure you.
Make sure you don't
Gary ain't gonna show up.
Don't him. Yeah.
Although there might be a certain invite to a certain Doomcock that I did send one out. So if he does show up, please let me know. Okay.
Who, me?
So, because I know Gary's busy. Trying to get ready. So I know Gary's a big Star Trek fan too, but I know Jeremy's already going across the, he's already going across the United States. He was already driving and talking to Ryan last night on Geeks and Gamers. So he's already driving across and he flipped somebody off as he was going by. He's like, hey, fuck you. Like, I was like, there we go. Road Rage Jeremy. Awesome. Like, I love him. But I love everybody on Geeks and Gamers. They're like, they're part of us, part of our everybody that we, hang with and stuff. We haven't had some of them on. We've had some people on, but yeah, you see Ash is here today, Mark's here today, and Retro's here. And we're hoping for few more guest surprise. So today is all about the original series and paying tribute to it, about things we like about the original series in the original Star Trek movies with the original cast in it. Okay. None of Phil, as Raquel says and other people say, no filth here today. Sorry, Ash, but you know what I'm saying. So,
We love Ash, though. We respect his opinion.
Yeah, we respect your opinion, but like,
that's fine.
Yeah, there ain't gonna be no filth here today. So
yeah, that's fine.
Because a lot of us are already pissed off about it.
Hey, Jed wasn't supposed to talk about this stuff. Let's kick him off. Just kidding.
Yeah.
I was giving people warning.
Yeah, same rule applies.
Mutiny.
Mutiny. Yeah, same rule applies. Off you go. Go on.
Okay, guys. Okay. So what? Okay. What was that now? Like He-Man, I have the power. Okay.
Yeah.
No, Tila has the power.
Oh no, He-Man does. So,
no, Tila does now, doesn't she? God,
no, Tila doesn't. No, she doesn't.
She didn't do a very good job of protecting Grace.
No, Kevin has the power to gurgle Holly in his mouth as he's taking it down the throat.
Well, too much. I don't want to visualize that.
Damn. So but yeah. No, Pat ass. I'm just saying how much we love people over there. Okay, we have a lot of friends and cohorts and all over the place. People over at Pop Culture Minefield, Geeks and Gamers, Loki, Purple, a bunch of people all over. Wake Down.
Trying to get an arranged marriage together between you and Jeremy, Jed.
Oh.
I'm Indian, so I know a thing or two about arranged marriages.
Yeah, I know. So when's that chick you're going to get married off to?
Oh, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, so he's like... Hey, we're getting married. And she's
on
gonna
the wedding day. Who even are you?
She's gonna get married to some chick that has a huge wart on the end of her nose, and she's like, "Hey Ash, how you doing?" Like,
I'm not planning on getting married to the witch from Oz.
I'll get you and your little dog too.
But she does own a lot of property, though. So.
Oh yeah.
I'm melting.
So yeah. So they called you low rent. Let's start. No, I'm not gonna start a war with them. They are brothers in arms in pop culture, along with Doomcock, Gary, and everybody else. So
low rents. I'd be lucky if I'm worth £5.50.
I know, right? Me and Retro be lucky. Me and Retro, Oh, DB. Oh, just a second. I forgot to send you your link. Just a second. You guys riffed off. I'm gonna give DB his. You can come on today, right?
Oh no, you mean we've got to make stuff up again? Oh
yeah, make. You're good at making shit up. Riff. Let me give it to it. If I disappear, just
Star Trek. The original series is really good. The end.
Yeah. Quick,
quick analysis. Yeah.
And he's an Enterprise that I've got in my pocket. Just hang on a second, mate.
Is that what you say to Sam every night, Retro? Hey, I got an Enterprise in my pocket. Come here, love. You want to come over here and see it?
Is that an Enterprise in your pocket, or are you just pleased to see me? Oh God, it's gone right downhill.
Is it one nacelle or two nacelles?
The warp core blew out years ago, mate.
No, when it's
just a second.
Just the one nacelle.
When it's all good,
he's like
3 nacelles.
He's like, I'm down the one, and he's like, I can't give her any more, Captain. She's as fast as she can go.
I'm giving her all she's got, Captain.
Wait. No. We'll have PJ, say, hey, PJ, go.
Hey, I had to organise my landing party. Sorry about that, guys.
Okay. Hey, PJ, go. PJ, go. I can't give it any more, Captain.
I can't give it any more, Captain.
Oh, awesome.
We got proper
engineer.
PJ. Yeah,
Got a proper engineer.
The dilithium crystals are gone, Captain.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Somebody should do a stream and review every TOS episode. You know that? I don't know who that would be.
I'm nearly the end of my Read the Wasp, but I've got a couple of things to do. Maybe after that.
Yeah, maybe we'll come over, me, Mark, and you, and come over and just do it. Who has their shit on in the background? I hear echoes.
I've got my headphones on. I made sure it was me this time.
I know. Okay, so who is it? Mark?
Not me.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll mute myself again.
Okay.
I can't hear any echo.
Yeah, so it's Mark muted, Retro muted. Ash, are you there? Yeah, it's not you.
I just muted myself.
Okay. Okay, so it was one of y'all. Okay, everybody on mute except for Mark. Do you see where I'm going here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love if it turns out it was Jed.
It's not me, dude.
I know.
I don't.
If it was.
I don't have the so-called engineer setup that screws up every time we play Fortnite. Okay.
See you later, guys.
Okay. Yeah. You know what he did?
More of this, Captain.
You know what he did? He went in there and changed the setting real fast because you noticed it's gone now, right?
Yeah, he's plugged his headphones in.
Yeah, Mark did something. Let me go get DB on here just a second.
He's plugged in his piezo crystal headphones. That's what he's on. Ooh. See, I told you that.
3 nacelles.
Yes,
I told you he had an Enterprise in his pocket. I told you he did. See, I knew he did.
So that's a special Playmates. I wish I bought a bunch of these. I had them on clearance at Toys R Us for like $5 or something at one time, or $10. You know, the bargain bin. I stupidly only bought one, but it's the All Good Things Transforming Enterprise. So let me. So you can flip. Hopefully you can hear me from the mic, but you can flip the Enterprise around. So this actually disappears. So you can open up. It's kind of clunky, but it's a transforming ship. Let's see if I open this up.
Transformers, Enterprise in disguise.
Yeah. You can hide the main gun inside here. Of course, I always leave it just rigged up as the All Good Things ship. It's much cooler. But yeah, it's pretty cool.
Okay, just a second. Hey, DB, I sent it to your email, dude. You should get it. Come on, pop on. Okay.
Hey,
Pablo!
How are you doing?
You missed our jokes about warp nacelles and stuff so far. So.
Oh, damn it. I was cooking lunch, so.
Yeah, I know. Did you see the... Did you see the, hey, oh shit, he went live again and I didn't see it again?
Oh my.
Yeah.
Dude, that ship is beautiful.
Yeah, isn't it a shame we can't buy Playmate shit no more because they're a scummy company? So.
Yeah, so that flips around so you can rotate that around so you can either have it that way. Or that way. Hopefully it won't break. There we go. And then this comes up. It's been a while since I played with this, but I think this pops out. Then
hey Mark, the one that you have your site is the 1701 or the 1701A?
That's a 1701.
Okay.
Yep. I like leaving this configured to take on the board. So.
I've got my wee 1701 sitting there as well.
Oh, PJ showed up first, brother.
It's just a wee 1701. It's meant to light up, but I kept it on for so long the batteries are gone.
Yeah.
Anyone still got?
Go ahead, Retro. Is your mic messing up, dude? Okay. Look at garbage. Poor PJ has a small one.
Nice.
You've been listening to my wife?
She's like, ew, what is it? I can't see it. Like,
Welcome to Pop Culture Archivists, where we compare enterprises.
yeah.
That's it. Beam me up, Scotty. I just...
Oh,
Has anyone got the Dinky Enterprise? The original one with the little like discs that you used to fire out of it. Has anyone
No.
got one of them? Oh God!
I got that put up in one of the boxes, Retro. So
Oh, you've actually. Oh God!
I actually had that from when I was a kid.
Yeah, because that's what.
Captain
yeah, I had one.
Overboard.
Yeah.
Captain Todd in here.
Ah,
Oh no!
I'm just
Whoa.
watching to PJ's background. He has a doctor. He has a Cyberman.
Yeah, he's got the robot there.
Man,
Check my page. It's basically got a tour of my man cave in it. There's
Yeah.
a video tour of my man cave.
and on where you can't see, PJ has all his hentai and anime on the other end. So.
oh yeah.
He's got
Yeah.
a huge waifu pillow and everything else where you can't see.
Who doesn't?
Hey, believe it or not, I do have a couple of pillows, but they're usually the Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Love my Spidey. Love my
Well,
Spidey.
make sure you clean it, Mark. We don't want rat.
Yeah.
Raquel's
Because
watching.
you know who can pop in and go, Mark, that is dusty. You need to clean that and take care of your stuff. Like,
Well,
These spider webs are very realistic.
yeah.
Yeah, I make sure there's spider webs all over my man cave. It makes it look so cool.
Yeah.
there's
So
nothing
Badass says,
manlier than getting bitten by a spider.
Playmates got the contract back for
Yeah,
Star
and-
Trek.
I will say this because, and this is the only thing I will say about it. They're also funding filth. So, yeah, Playmates is dead to me. So, yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. They're
Are they
dead to
gonna
me.
make some old stuff?
No, it's all new stuff. That's all it is. Until, they start losing money and go, hey, we kind of screwed up funding filth, so that's all I'm going to say about that.
So basically, every other company in the planet right now.
Yeah. So basically what Doctor Who and, DC, Marvel, everything. So.
That's why eBay is such a good thing. You can buy everything secondhand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
And
Yep.
Playmates don't get a damn bit of the money, and you can stick the big middle finger up to them and you didn't get no money from it. So that's all. Yeah. And I will say that if you want something out there, and I will say this, you see some really cool Playmate stuff, that's okay. Because Playmates don't get a damn dime of that. Please go get that by all means. But if it's something new, vote with your wallet. Do not give them money.
I just saw this on Twitter, but Doctor Who is trying to cast Jodie Comer as the next Doctor.
Yeah, that's going to be another stream for another day, Retro. I mean, that's going to be another headache for another day.
Yeah.
We'll probably talk about it in Progressive Park if we ever get to do another one.
I'm trying, man, but
I
there's
know,
so
dude,
much to do
dude.
every day.
You have so much work going on right now. That's the reason why. That's the reason why I didn't even bother you this Saturday, because I know you're working hard to get your grant and everything. So
Yeah,
So-
I just need to get this so I can have finally a full-on working PC. After that, I will start doing animations for my channel and everything.
Yeah.
But today I got the form from YouTube about how do you feel on YouTube and what's the reason why you believe you are not growing and everything. And I was like, yeah, your politics are shit. Why are you making the same mistakes as the country that shot my sister in the head with those politics?
Yeah. So
But
they're not gonna listen. So
yeah, I know, but man, just seeing the stupid shit they were asking, and I was like, yeah, we cannot grow because you are censoring us. That's all.
Mm.
That's fucking all.
in,
If we
in
do,
here, go ahead.
yeah,
Bud.
we do. If we do a streaming about, let's say, Jodie Whittaker, they will fucking censor it because they don't like the view that Jodie Whittaker is shit. She's shit. Sorry, she's shit.
So
How dare you?
How dare you?
okay. So I want to do this starting right off the bat. Retro, what is your favorite episode of the original series?
Well, again, you'll have to forgive me because you know that my sci-fi Achilles weakness is anything with androids or robots in it. So, with me, it was the episode with Nomad in it. I love that, and also I loved when Kirk was replaced by an android as well. So they are a few of my favourite episodes there. So anything with robots in it, it's sort of like it becomes one of my favourite episodes.
So, Retro is Ironcaster in disguise. So.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
ADB.
Hey, welcome,
Hey, dude.
Hey,
I had to fish something out, so it took me a little longer.
Okay.
You a Star Trek dirigible?
No.
Oh, I knew
I was
he
trying
had
to
some
find
stuff.
my copy of this.
Oh, nice.
It's the original Starfleet technical manual.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Classic.
And
Wait.
I have the blueprints too.
Oh,
The
cool.
original blueprint ones, but they're kind of farther back in my garage. So I'm like, nah, I'm not going to dig that far.
Yeah.
This was easily accessible, but yeah, I love this.
That's a
thing.
beautiful book. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
And it had all these other starships, like this is the Dreadnought.
Yep. Nice.
And the FOSSA had the miniatures of these, and I used to have them, but I can't find them anymore.
The lead figures.
No, they had little plastic ones for these.
Oh, they did. Okay, I had some of the like metal ones. I had a few.
Yeah,
metal ones. Plastic ones.
Plastic. Yeah, the Klingon ships were not. They only had the lead Klingon ships.
Yeah. I remember that because I had plastic
Scout
and the
Destroyer.
die cast. So.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I always love to tell the story. I was watching Galaxy Quest with my wife, and we were watching it, and she's like, at the end, they're trying to get the plans, trying to figure out where to go on the ship. She's like, what kind of loser nerd would have starship plans, when the kid goes to get the plans? I'm like, just wait a few seconds. I went to the shelf and pulled out, the blueprints for the Enterprise. She's like,
I love those
He's
things.
like,
I wish
yes,
they weren't buried
ma'am.
so far back.
yeah.
Yeah, he's like, yes, ma'am, I am that person.
Yeah, I was up in Calendar last weekend, and I was in at the toy museum, and they had the two Galaxy Quest ships. Unfortunately, they were a wee bit more expensive than I wanted to spend, so I had to walk away without them.
I've never seen those anywhere. That's
Two of
Just
them.
tell Mark
basically.
about them. He'll be happy to get them.
Yeah, they're dead easy. All you need to do, that's it. There it's there. The Hamilton Toy Museum in Scotland. Calendar.
I'll be flying right there.
Captain Scarlet on that.
Yeah,
Captain Scarlet.
first thing I saw. Captain Scarlet.
Captain Scarlet.
Yeah. Well, that's where I was at the weekend, and the toy museum is a family's toy collection for the past, I would say, 100 years. They've never thrown a toy out, and it's basically everything. That's you should see some of the stuff they've got. Judge Dredd, everything right up until about the 70s, 80s.
Oh, that's awesome.
So they have,
That's
and
awesome.
some of the stuff they've got is amazing. They've
Oh,
got the
brilliant.
museum plus
They have an eBay store. Oh no.
Yeah, they do, but most of the stuff in eBay are like books and records. They don't. There's not a lot of toys on their eBay store, but they're collectors ones. So people actually come in with older toys. They take them in, tidy them up a bit, and then sell them on.
Oh wow!
So,
Brilliant.
let's say, for instance, my Ego. There's I've been looking for the pod for it for years, and I was up there. The last time I saw an Ego, which was in worse condition than mine, was at a Comic-Con. They were selling it for £80 for the Ego, and in worse condition, it was really bad, and they were selling it for £80. Up at the new museum, the collector's shop in the museum, they had two of them, £20 and £25, but they didn't have a pod. They had no pods with them, so I was a wee bit gutted.
Oh yeah, the pods are hard to come by, dude.
Yes,
very hard. We mate used to have one of the little nuclear barrels on it. With remember them? Yeah, because I had the passenger one with the little passenger bay. My mate had the nuclear. His looked way cooler than mine because he had like the little nuclear pods on it, and you could lower them. You could lower them down, couldn't you, and stuff like that. Right?
Yes.
It's brilliant.
So I've asked one of my friends who's got a 3D printer to print one. It's trying to actually get the pod, the right specs and stuff like that.
There you Mark. There's a new project. Make us a 3D printed Eagle. There you go.
Well, here you go. Here's the that amazing website 1612, that company. And they've been making some amazing Space 1999. Post the link, and Eagles and RMB's been buying a bunch of them. They have like a full, I shouldn't say full size, but like a 1/6 scale or crazy scale. So if you go to their website, there's some really cool YouTube videos.
I don't think Robert's gonna be in any shape to do anything today after last night.
Well, he's probably lying face down, stuck to the car.
Did anybody see the stream last night?
No.
I was streaming myself, so I missed it.
He got plastered drunk. Like he was drunk so bad he was burping, farting on the mic constantly.
He was so drunk he said he likes Star Trek Discovery.
No. Hey! Okay, Mark.
I've never seen anybody get that drunk before.
Where was that, Mark? You're in time. You're in timeout, Mark. The name we shall not say.
And everyone thought it was me that was going to say it.
Yeah, it was. You're in a minute timeout, Mark. But it was funny last night, and I was watching it because and if you hear my voice and stuff, it's really bad. It's my allergies are kicking my ass last night, so I was watching that.
I fucking somebody'd have to have the same one.
Yeah, my batteries are dead, so they are. So there's no lights in mine.
Hey, you guys had the same thing.
You got an Enterprise. You've got an Enterprise.
I've got a shuttlepod.
One day I will be able to go to the United States and buy an Enterprise for myself. So that day I will also have an Enterprise.
One day I'll be able to afford the real one, but Elon will have to just build it for me.
Well, long ago, I used to have the old AMT Enterprise that we kind of all probably know about, that you could never get the nacelles to be at the right angle. One would be correct, and the other one would never be right, be too low, too high. Don't have it anymore. That was many years ago.
So I wanted to say Retro, and I know you. Do you have your things there? I wanted him to show this off. Do you have your stuff right there, Retro?
Yeah. Just hang on a sec there. Just with me.
Before I ask him what his favorite movie is, I wanted him to show off what he had.
Well, like I say, unfortunately, most of my funding goes to, as you know, my first love is Doctor Who. But my three main IPs were Doctor Who, original Star Trek, and Star Wars. So, but I mean, I love the original Star Trek. I grew up with it as a kid. Used to watch it on BBC Two. Growing up, it used to be on, I think, sort of about 6:15 in the evening. So I used to watch it there, and of course, I love it. So, of course, I acquired.
And make sure Sam doesn't come in her nightgown and flash everybody again.
Yeah. So there's. I own all the original series. I know it's not Blu-ray, so please forgive me. But hopefully, Yeah,
That's
you
cool.
know, I'm terribly sorry.
I've got very little Blu-ray nowadays. I've still like to my DVDs.
Yeah,
Sorry, I
yeah.
love them.
Yeah,
Yeah, I just have the
because
DVD.
because you know, and again, I absolutely again, I mean, I know Clobby and Raquel have covered this. I absolutely loved the animated series again as a kid because
Yes.
you remember
Yeah.
absolutely wonderful, brilliant, some fantastic stories in this. Really, really good. I remember them. I was made up because I got these together, and of course, last but not least, of course, I own all the movies as well. Because I mean, you know, need I say any more? You know what I mean?
Oh, that's the one that I've got. I think that's the one that I've got.
Yeah, classic works. You know what I mean?
Yeah, those are the ones you got, right, Ash?
Yeah,
to see all the movies on.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with those. Absolutely wonderful. Recommend.
Very nice.
Yeah, because Mark goes last because we know what his favorite Star Trek movie is, so he goes last.
I had absolutely no idea what Mark's favorite one is. He's never told us before.
He's never.
It'll remain a mystery.
Total mystery.
Absolutely.
So, Retro, what is your favorite Star Trek movie out of the bunch?
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I'm going to say Wrath of Khan. I'm going to say that. I'm going to say
exactly
that. I'm going to say Wrath of Khan. I absolutely love that. It was fantastic. Yeah, it was great to see the character return. And of
Ricardo
course,
Montalban.
Yes, you know, hey, bash the plane. But you know, but
the spaceship, boss.
Hey, boss. Hey,
Deplane. We're gonna turn Fantasy Island into something it's not again with a woman.
Oh God, no, that's gonna crash and burn.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
No fantasy on this island.
I know it's all a nightmare. You know, like,
it's
Nightmare Island.
It's gonna be white man bad. All men's are bad. That's what it's gonna be. Yeah, all men's are bad. Yeah.
So,
Excellent.
What did you like about the second movie, Retro? What was your favorite parts about the second movie?
You've got to say the power play between Khan and Kirk, because the rivalry between the both of them there.
And consider the
ultimate chads going head to head.
And considering they didn't actually even share any actual screen time together.
Yes,
it was always separate. It was just amazing.
Yeah, it was absolutely. It was just electric. It was just fantastic. And of course, I've got to mention, of course, the bit at the end. You know, after Spock is killed. I mean that.
Whoa! Spoilers.
Yeah, you know.
Okay. Do I need to put you in a timeout, Ashley?
For those that haven't heard about this old film that's been around a long time ago.
Oh, it's only been around for like 40-some years, so you know.
And here's we're pronouncing some spoilers. All those sit at the back, put your fingers in your ears. Right. Yeah, as I was saying,
you have been warned.
Yes, spoilers. Attention, spoilers. It of course was where Spock actually, Spock dies, is killed, and of course the eulogy at the end.
God, really?
Yeah. Good Lord, good God, man, what have you done?
They would never kill a main character off in a movie. Like,
oh, sure, they wouldn't.
That'd be like killing off a main character in a comic book.
Hey, wait. That's like nowadays in every show and TV show we're in, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Except back then it had story and context, and you actually cared about the character.
But nowadays we are on such an extreme that we make a He-Man series and we kill He-Man in the first episode.
Yeah. Oh, and then in the last episode again. So
yeah, you bring him back just to kill him again.
So go on, Retro. What are you saying?
Yeah, I was going for me. It's the eulogy at the end where Kirk is reading out the eulogy for Spock. Absolutely, such a powerful, brilliant moment, and it's and it's like a gut punch. You know what I mean? It's just so good. I'm sorry, but it is. It's an epic epic piece of film, brilliant. So,
Oh, yeah.
you know, there you go. Rafa Khan, that's the best one going.
Definitely.
Yeah, brilliant. Anyway, that's me. I'll let somebody else have the floor.
Okay. DB, since DB's been sort of new, but he's been on a few weeks, but he's the newest around here. PJ's been around a bit, so yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite of the movies is definitely The Voyage Home, the fourth one.
Well, no, wait. Do the original series, your favorite episode
Of the original series? Oh.
Yeah, and then do the movies.
Doomsday Machine.
Oh, yeah.
That's the first one I remember seeing.
Yeah.
Back in, I watched them first run because I'm ancient. And I remember seeing that and the Apple episodes over at my uncle's house in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And so those are earliest episodes I remember seeing, but I've always loved that Doomsday Machine episode. It's just a great episode.
The Doomsday Machine, that was the one with the large, it was almost like a maw.
Marc D might be able to demonstrate what it looks like.
Well, it's like, what do they call those things that you bang? It's like a flesh thing or something.
Yeah, it basically looks like a finger trap, but basically
it's
just
like a finger trap or like something.
Yeah, I know one. It's the worst thing I am with is actual names of episodes. I can remember the episodes, but try to remember the names of them.
Oh no, the Doomsday Machine looks like a fleshlight. So.
Yeah, and it's basically just a maw. That's the one I was thinking.
It looks more like a bugle snack to me.
Yeah.
See, it reminded me of the finger trap, just as if it's all pushed in and just basically ready to put your finger in and pull.
Yeah. Mark, do you still have one of those around there? Or did you send it off to Raquel and stuff?
There it is.
Okay. Let me do this.
I'm psychic. I went to the other room to get
it. Yeah. Okay. There it is. Show it off, Mark.
Yeah. It's a cornetto. It's a cornetto.
Yeah.
You have the floor. You have the bridge.
So I 3D printed this guy. So if anyone wants a model, get in touch with me. I did one for Raquel. Let me. I had this set up so you could. The old Enterprise stand here, and then where'd my ship go? I had a little mini Enterprise. Let me grab it.
Hey, there's a problem if you don't know where your ship's at.
Yeah.
So.
There's okay for the
right scale.
Mark, do you think there's a good model of the Enterprise, the NCC 1701, the original one?
Polar Lights has a 1/350th that I have, which is really good, and you can buy a lighting kit for it. So let me put that in the chat here.
Because I'm thinking about getting the money to buy a 3D printer, but one of the things that I want to do is actually make some of the toys that I never had, I never got on the market, just to have my collection back there. Man.
But I will say this, Paul, and I know you know better than this. You need an open space because of, you know what I'm saying? Or in the box, or something, so because
you can get some smaller ones that are good starter printed. I would recommend right now if you wanted like a small scale printer, probably the Prusa Mini to get started, which is a great 3D printer. The one thing you'll find is there's a lot of finishing work, which I know Pablo does because I've seen your amazing prop work and things you do. But
thanks, man.
People think it's like magic, but like with this, to do this Doomsday Machine was relatively easy because it's rough by its nature. It's like a rough surface.
I guess removing the barbs from the mold and getting everything sanded will be easy in that, but on an Enterprise the sanding needs to be perfect.
So it's a lot. So you get, by its nature, you get layer lines when you're printing. So you'll have to sand it and then fill it and sand it. It can be done. It's just the amount of work that you want to put into it.
It also depends on the settings that you use, the fill settings and the layer thickness and the nozzle size, because that can help reduce the layers and make you have less afterwork to do as well.
Definitely, yeah. But I mean, if you want something that's smooth, like that's why the Doomsday Machine was so easy, because it's it's like a crazy thing. But even at the finest setting, you're still having putting, it's like you're melting. Think of it like you're like a cake nozzle. You're pushing the filling through the cake nozzle thing. It's exactly what it is, and you're just melting it, and you're doing it. So and the finer the setting is, the longer it takes. So
yeah, it is the same as doing some crazy stuff with sweets. I studied gastronomy. I have a couple of degrees on that. But have you ever tried to do something on fondant?
No,
by any
but
chance?
I've seen that they have all kinds of food 3D printing and different things.
Yeah.
That they're doing
fondant is kinda Play-Doh.
It's like modeling chocolate.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it is.
But it takes the shape of anything that you put it over. If you make a sheet, and if the cake is not perfectly flat, and you actually have to make a paste to fill every gap on the cake to put that, because if you don't, it will take the shape of the raw cake, and it will look kind of crazy. But you can do things with that. Like once I was doing this cake with a cyclist on the top. Ooh. And I made the raw cake take the shape of the ground and just make the leaves from the grass, to then get this bicycle and the guy on top, and it kind of look cool. It kind of look like a park or something. But if you don't want that, you really need to work, and it's like half an hour to make it perfectly flat to get the perfect cover on fondant. That is the kind of that's the kind of stuff that I actually enjoy doing.
Yeah, so like, see, look at this model. This is the kit they put together. It's a gorgeous model, but look at the seam there. And I know D-Bud does modeling too.
Oh
so
my God, D-Bud, that would bother you so much.
That's atrocious. So you've got to do filling, and
that's like throwing a bike up and into that. That's terrible.
That's like if a chick has when you're talking to a chick and you go talk to her and she has that little gap in your teeth, you're like, no, woman, you ain't coming near me with that one. Like,
oh, that's terrible. That's like,
I know.
See how bad that is? I mean, the paint job's okay.
Yeah, the paint job's good. Yeah, good Lord.
Yeah.
But so, I mean, I have this kit, but I haven't put it together yet. So, I mean, you got to spend the, you got to spend the, you got to spend the time.
All the cracks, and like even right there, see all the cracks right there.
Yeah,
you got to fill it in, and it's just, oh my God.
Well, that's what's the work, and doing a good. I had as a kid, I made, like D-Bub was saying, that the AMT one where you could never get the cells to be the right way. But
do you use epoxy, or what do you use to fill the gaps?
I use epoxy, and then there's like the green modeling. I can't forget the name of it. Like the green. I'm trying to remember what they call it. There's a bunch of, or you could use bond. Like people I know use Bondo or glazing, like glazing putties, and
I have other friends that use glazing putties too. So.
Automobile resins could be good for that.
Yeah, resin would be good. I know some people that use resin. What they actually do is they put some putty in, and then they put resin over it, so you have a double layer of stuff. Yeah. So I know some people that do that too.
I might be ending up having more fun than I thought doing an enterprise in a 3D printer.
Well, there's actually let me see, 3D printed enterprise.
In wood, for example, when you are carving something and you miss by, I don't know, you got the knife in the wrong angle or something, or you struck too hard, then you have to make a paste out of the dust from sanding and glue to make a filler for the gaps and everything. You can use that to model a complete thing if you want, and it will stay in perfect shape for years. And it's just glue and dust. That's all.
Bloody Puppers kicked me again. He is getting too good at that. He knows, like, he sees that red button pop.
How's
Like-
that, Pablo, for a big enterprise?
Oh, that's lovely,
Oh,
motherfucker.
wow.
That would be lovely hanging from Mark.
Dude.
Is that your
Oh,
kitchen,
wow.
Mark?
I wish, yeah. The stove kind of
No,
looks
no,
like my
wait.
stove.
Wait, do you think Mrs. D would let him have that? Hell no.
Okay,
She would kick his ass.
how many
Yeah, he's
pieces?
got enough trouble hiding what he has now.
Oh, dude. Wait. No, he has a ton of shit in the living room right now, and he told me last night Mrs. D was getting pissed with him.
Yeah.
So
I had to
he's
clean up,
like,
yeah.
Retro? How many pieces do you need? Would you need to make that enterprise on a household 3D printer?
Well, you'd need a really big 3D printer to begin with.
Yeah,
I guess
or you
he's-
can make a lot of parts for the top and everything. But
Yeah,
I mean,
he's gluing it
it
together.
could be done on a regular 3D printer, but you'd need to slice the hell out of your model. To,
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
some parts of the model might even literally just be plastic cubes that you
Yeah,
just got to
literally.
fit together. Like
but
literally, just
how
plastic
many
cubes.
parts do you think it will take? That's the
A
point.
lot.
Yeah.
The saucer
Yeah.
section would be that'd be impossible.
Yeah.
Well, depending on if you use nylon, you can actually use epoxy to the to glue it together. So that's a
Yeah, but
positive.
nylon is more expensive.
It is really expensive.
Yeah.
But if you are
Yeah,
doing
nah.
an enterprise that size, will you try to save something? You're
Dude,
doing
I
a
wouldn't-
gigantic.
Yeah, that's true.
I wouldn't do a whole enterprise of nylon. Like, no, dude.
That's true.
Well, you have to
That
do
is-
everything. You have to do everything in pieces. So, like,
Yeah,
guys
you
were
would have
saying,
to be a
slice it.
rich, you know.
I've seen
to
people
that.
do it, and you just slice the pieces, and then make you got to it could take months
Yeah.
and months and months to print. Like, here's a big one here where a guy's got he's got to sand it, but yeah, you've got it sliced through, and you're printing half the nacelle and half the nacelle, and there's different ways to slice it. So that's why unless you wanted a really big one, it makes sense to buy a kit, or like I've printed a bunch of these smaller ones for fun, that don't look great. You just like spray paint them silver. Like, you don't go crazy, trying to finish them, if that makes sense. Like the small AMT kits, or but like
That's
here's
the
one
point.
that's-
This is for people that don't like to go crazy. I like to go crazy.
Yeah, we can do both. You can do either or. So
Yeah,
that's
you want to go crazy, Bob?
See, like this guy, it's see, like he's got. So he's printing all the parts here separately. And I'm just gonna skim through. Yeah, so he printed those in 4 pieces,
Yes,
like that.
exactly
And then just
what
put
I
it-
was thinking
yeah.
about.
Yeah, and then he puts it together, but then he's got to sand it, and which is the fun part of it. Then you feel like, oh yeah, I did it.
Actually, yes, it is the fun part of you.
Yeah, no, it is. And then it,
Yeah, and that
Yeah,
many
and
parts
then
is
you
not
gotta
so
you gotta
bad.
you gotta put the putty and stuff in there to fill up the cracks, and
yeah,
Well, depending even on how thick you make the walls, because you can actually sand it and don't get any kind of feeling if it's really thick.
yeah.
But you will remove a lot of material from the piece, so you have to take in account any deformation that you may make with the.
Well,
Oh.
there is something. If you print in something that large, you'd want it to print in ABS because of the size. You wouldn't want it to. You'd want it to have some strength to it. But if you print in PLA, the one thing you can do is literally leave it, suspend it in a container and put a little of IPA in it, and isopropyl alcohol will actually smooth out the print.
that's actually that's actually ABS.
Oh, is it with
ABS.
ABS?
It's with ABS. Yep, ABS is the. But now actually you can do PETG, and then PLA. I haven't had a
okay.
problem with strength with, but yeah, ABS they sell like a. Actually, they make. I mean, you can do it like Ash is exactly like Ash is saying, where you put it in a container. There's actually some companies that sell like kit, a box with the fan and
Yeah.
stuff, and you can
Yeah.
you can.
The
mount
only
it.
issue there is that isopropyl alcohol is illegal on my country.
Huh.
What?
Yeah, we have Colombia next to us, and in Colombia, there was a huge spike on production of cocaine using
Yep.
isopropyl alcohol. So they made illegal here in Ecuador to purchase isopropyl alcohol because we were actually selling it to the guys making the drugs on Colombia. So they came to Ecuador, imported the alcohol there, and they made the drugs on Colombia.
Can
It
you
was a
not
crazy system.
even? Can the businesses not even buy IPA because you
You
need
need-
IPA for production equipment?
You need there's a certification that you need to get, and then a permit from the government to buy isopropyl.
Jesus
Wow.
Christ.
Yeah. Well, it is
So-
Colombia. What do you think of when you think of Colombia?
Yeah.
What drug do you think of?
This is the fun part.
Yeah.
Since drugs have been declared legal in some places, the prices and the money that you get from doing them has lowered. And now you can get a lot of people that are trafficking with avocados and other fruit because that makes more money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because once they made it legal, it made all the prices go down. So
Yeah, weed happened that on cocaine there's some issues that I don't think the United States will actually legalize, even though there's a push now. I don't really think.
Pablo, I will say this: our state legalized weed, okay,
Mhm.
and I noticed this because I have a couple friends that do dispensaries. They go, you can have stuff, and I was like, no, dude, not with kids in the house, So
Yeah,
because the state would be after your ass.
yeah.
But what I'm saying is, yeah, it's gone down considerably, and you can go and get edibles and all this other stuff for just
And the prices
cheap now.
the prices are getting stupid now. So
Yeah.
since there's a lot of competition, and especially from Colorado, they are making a lot of progress on high level harvesting. So the prices will go dramatically to shit. Let's be honest. It will be as cheap as you can get with in a couple of years. So after that, I don't think Colombia will actually even waste the time in making anything.
Oh no, they're gonna go to something else that's more profitable. Yeah.
While I'm on this page, Pablo, if you're looking for a 3D printer, I'd say this is you can get. I don't know how how you can get it where you are, but you can buy the kit for $750, and it's probably the best printer for the bang for the buck, size wise. I have. I'll show you the printer I have, but this is one of the more reliable printers, and everyone
Mark,
loves
do
it.
you need to have that one in a box, or because the
no,
you
you don't have to.
stuff?
No, but it depends on what you're printing too. So if you're printing PLA, you don't have to worry about the fumes. I mean, it's ABS, you really have to worry about the fumes, and PETG is okay. I mean, obviously, if you're, one thing you really got to worry about if everyone's watching is fire. So if you leave these unattended, you can actually buy like smoke detectors, and they have a special system where you can attach it so it'll turn the printer off, and it'll actually they have like this ball, like a fire extinguishing ball that you can put above the printer. So if God forbid it catches fire, because it's pretty common.
I want just to say, I want to say
more
this.
common.
Mark does this for a living, so you can actually trust what he says. He does this for a living, so he knows what he's talking about.
On the fumes, there's something that you need to consider if you are actually trying to get rid of the fumes. Do you like to get high?
But yeah, I just want to say Mark's not talking out of his ass.
Yeah,
he actually does this for a living, so he actually knows what he's talking about. So,
but
unfortunately, I just wanted to make everybody aware of that.
Yeah, so unfortunately, it's with any kind of machine that's running, and there's not all the safety standards. These are made in China for the most part, and some of the manufacturers. It's not like here where you've got.
Wait, was that a
safety
Raspberry
inspection.
Pi model for a camera?
Let's see.
Yeah,
Yep, Raspberry Pi camera. Yep.
I have one of those lying around.
Yep. So you use that to monitor your printer to watch it. But you can put in a fire alarm, and normally what happens, some of the thing is the prints take takes so long to do that you leave the house, and then God forbid, then something happens, and you don't have a smoke detector, you don't have an alarm system, and it happens. It's not super common, but it happens, unfortunately. So that's just one of the safety caveats. So they're introducing a lot of things you can have. It'd be kind of like, think of it like you left the iron on all day in the house on the counter. Like, most of the time it's going to be okay, but if the iron topples over or something overheats, then kaboom, then it can be a bad situation.
It can be a bad time.
Yeah, here's the auto fire extinguisher I was telling you about. You can hang that above. I hate that when you click on stuff and then it doesn't. Oh, here it goes. You can actually hang this above your printer. They call it the fireball. And I'll skip to the and it just shows you hang that, and hopefully when he's testing it with just pretend that was your printer that caught on fire.
It drops the fire retardant solution.
Yeah. There it goes. Yep.
Oh,
he threw some gas on it to make
No, that's actually really good. Even with gas, it's putting out all the oxygen. So
boom,
that's great. That's really, really great.
And that's a relatively cheap solution. I mean, you can't hang it where you hung it was not. You can't hang it there normally because you're printing. It'd have to be above, but it just shows you the.
Yeah, that was what he was doing. It was just a demonstration of it.
Yeah, but it's a great. It's a. Little. God forbid you.
But what it is and what it does is really useful as a cheap solution.
Yeah,
is for when you need to take a shit and you need to leave the the stuff running.
He's like, oh God, I gotta go, man. Like,
well, unfortunately, with Gary, with what happened with Gary's house, not 3D print, but I'm just fire.
So horrible. If Gary bought about 100 of those and popped them in his room, he'd be okay.
Yeah. But just that kind of stuff is horrible, horrible stuff when you hear that happens to people. So, do you want me to go over some of my favorite episodes, or whose turn is it?
It was still Debug's.
Oh, sorry, Debug.
You went off. You went on.
I go on tangents.
Well, we had to show the Doomsday Machine. Perfectly.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and then another one I really liked was Arena, of course, with the Gorn. That's a very memorable episode. But when it came to the movies, my favorite was the Voyage Home, because it was a lighter-hearted film than Wrath of Khan, but also because I saw it opening day in a theater in San Francisco, where the movie was taking place, with the kids at my comic book store that work with me. I had just started working in my comic book stores about 2 months before the movie came out, and a couple of them got tickets and they did in line for us, and we had to work, went down there and watched all together, and that was a great bonding experience too, guys to work with. So that makes it more on a personal than just the film itself. So,
Debut, can you say Autobots roll out?
Say that again.
Can you say Autobots roll out?
Autobots roll out?
Damn it!
It didn't do it. Your internet was going in. You started to sound like a transformer.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're like,
but when I make the joke, the internet fixes itself.
No.
It fixed itself too quickly. Yeah. No, those are all great choices. Yeah, the episode with the Gorn. I mean, the Arena.
Okay, can I say who knows Captain Kirk's dildo on like Twitter, because Captain Kirk's dildo just retweeted our stream. So I don't know.
He actually followed me on Twitter. Does anyone know that? Anyone know that reference?
I don't know who that is.
I follow him. That's William Shatner. Yeah.
Oh, you know, one of my customers, he met William Shatner and had dinner at his house because he was a consultant for Ghostbusters movie, the original one, because he's a paranormal psychologist, and so he was doing a bunch of talk shows and stuff at that time, and I guess he met Shatner at one of them, and Shatner was really interested in that kind of stuff, so he invited him over for dinner. Cool. And he said, "Well, yeah, Shatner he was great, but he loves to make bad puns all the time."
A Shatner?
Oh yeah, I already know that. As a kid, when I was around him, when I was a kid, it was like that all the time.
Bad jokes and bad puns the entire time.
Yeah, he's like,
amazing.
And
basically, he's acting out like the TV show "Shit My Dad Said."
Yeah.
There's an art on that puns.
Yeah, because he was like, and he would ham it up whenever, like, when he would do a joke. He's like, "There is another dad joke coming this way." I was like, "What?" I was like, and then you would see Jimmy over there. He's like, "Oi," just like no, like over there, like, and Jimmy just takes another drink.
Ah, shit! Here we go again.
Jimmy, like, he's like,
Oh, we got to show his Twitter. Can we show his Twitter feed? I can share it.
What? Who?
If it's a
Captain
bunch of Star Trek dildos, then no.
No, it's Captain. Well, it's a picture from the original series, so it's
Okay, that's all right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Chill, Mark.
There's green Spurpees all over it.
Yeah, it's got Spurpees. Yep. Let me go into share screen here.
Share a screen and I'll put it up.
Yep. Let me do it. There we go. So that's if anyone wants to follow Cap Dildo.
Oh my!
Oh
actually,
my!
Oh my!
That's a real picture. That's not an edited picture from the original series.
That's from the show. Oh my god!
That's actually from the show. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what little girls are made of, right? Because there's rock in the background.
Yep. So the backstory, D, but you've been watching. You know the backstory to that one.
No.
Yeah. So what happened? I think the censors on the show, Raquel and Claudia were talking about this. Were upset with some of the skirts on the androids on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if let me just search images here. Let's see images. Star Trek. Oh, I got to do Star Trek.
I know the girl in that had very
So see the outfit in this was really skimpy outfits. So what they did as a joke. What they think they did as a joke, then had a stalactite.
Well, God bless those outfits, by the way. Just saying.
So the censors, so that's what they did with the allegedly. I get, and probably that makes sense too. That the censors were, so focused on the outfits that they, threw this into threw that into the scene, and had that as that's when Kirk. That's when Kirk gets copied as an android there. Yeah.
I'm gonna episode because it had Ted Cassidy in it when I was a kid. Now I like it for other reasons.
Yeah. So Kirk breaks that off the wall to get it
Napoleon.
I go watch
I'm
that
gonna
again.
say this. I'm gonna say, Napoleon, do you want to come on the stream today, dude? You have an invitation to come on because I know you love Star Trek. So I will send you the link on your Twitter, okay? So go ahead, what you guys are saying.
So he did retweet it. So when I first got, that he followed me, I was like, oh my God, what is this? But that's a real pick. And it is actually a pretty good episode too. Like you're saying, it's one of your favorite episodes. That's really good episode. So, and of course, it's one of those Star Trek themes of, artificial intelligence and robot, which you saw so much with Data, but how how will we become immortal someday? I mean, that's he becomes a guy, transfers his consciousness to an android. So it's like, are you human? Are you not human? What? So there's all kinds of questions as we move into the future in terms of as medical technology advances.
Nowadays, the answer will be, I'm a unicorn.
The only problem is most of them are actually, I'm a eunuch, and that's it.
Yeah.
Basically, today that will be the answer. Yes.
Yeah. See, every time I see that picture with the dildo, it's basically all I think is Lurch just turning around, handing it back and saying, "Your dong."
Mm-hmm.
Your dong, my lord.
My lord, here is your dong.
Yes.
Nerporial, look on your Twitter, okay? I just seen the link.
And of course, that's Lurch, as you said, Ted Cassidy. Yep.
Yeah.
You rang.
Yeah,
that great voice. Yeah.
Yeah.
You rang.
So you got, I've got my screen up. If anyone wants to name another episode, I could just Google it and show pictures then.
Oh, yeah. One of my favourite episodes is the last battlefield. Let this be that be your last battlefield. The one with the half black, half white.
Yeah, with the
I love that one. Yeah. The one with Frank Gosling.
Yeah.
Basically the Riddler from Batman 66.
Well, actually Sherry Jackson, who was in that Little Girls she was in a Riddler episode. She was his Maul.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I love that episode. It's just basically just the way they actually dealt with it. I thought was very well done, and it basically just looked ridiculous, and that's what it was meant to do. It just made the whole thing ridiculous, which it was designed to do, and I thought it was perfect. I just enjoyed the whole story behind it.
Yeah,
and for some reason, it didn't hit you over the head with the message.
Yeah, they didn't.
But
I want to say,
because you get it
Mark,
with the message at the very end.
Yeah,
which is good.
Yeah. I want to welcome Nerporial Lifeform to the stream for the first time.
What's up? How you doing?
Hey,
Nerporial.
Yeah,
I love that name.
I got it from Star Trek. I went out for a walk one day. I was thinking, what should I name my YouTube channel? And I thought of the name, and I thought, well, how would I design it? And so I just thought of a body with all the different symbols of all the different things I like.
Nice.
Very cool. Yep.
Yeah.
I know this episode. Let that be your last battlefield.
And it also has the classic ship destruction sequence in it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then we didn't see that again until Star Trek 3, I believe, with the Enterprise, when they blew up the Enterprise, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, that hurt my soul right there in Star Trek 3. Like, oh.
Sadly, the destruction of the Enterprise is one of the memes that I use the most for current day Star Trek. Every time somebody posts something about current Star Trek, I just post the Enterprise blowing up, like when Kurzman got rehired.
Yeah, that hurt my soul when I saw that in 3. Like, I was just like, that was like, it. That hurt my heart.
Right there. It's supposed to make exactly that. You are seeing the Enterprise blowing up.
Yeah.
It was okay to cry during that scene in the movie theater.
I did, dude. I shed some tears. I ain't gonna lie, man. Like when Spock died and when the Enterprise blew up, I ain't gonna lie. I cried, man. I'm just
see, that's the difference between the classic stuff and the new stuff. The ships were as part of the crew as anything. So when the ship went, it was the same as any one of the main cast going.
The ship was a character of
its own. It was a character. It was a character. If you look at it, like you had the classic Battlestar Galactica. If the ship went, basically that was it. It was this ship was part of it. The Galactica. It wasn't just the ship, like somebody's called one of their new ones. The ship. It was a Galactica. It was the Enterprise. It was Babylon 5. Yeah, I mean, it was just the TARDIS. It was an entity which is part of the cast.
The temperament on the Falcon. The Millennium Falcon was making their lives miserable during the fucking adventure. So
exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Whereas if and you ship any one of the new programs, the explodes, it's just
It's just like,
prop.
Well,
Yeah.
now we'd like to see some of their ships explode with the crew.
Oh,
and
yeah.
cheer.
I gotta say this to Pat S. The Enterprise did come back reborn though, so you know.
Well,
not the same, but it did come back reborn.
Yeah, it was it still was the original.
Yeah, they kind of tried to sell you as the refitted. It was not the refitted. The A was the refitted.
Yeah,
this was a completely new Enterprise.
Yeah, this was a new ship, so you can't say, it was a brand new ship. So
well, yeah, and according to the lore, they just rebadged the ship. You know, that was how they explained it. It was the Lexington, or someone could correct me. I'm sure I'm wrong, but it was one of the ships, and they just that was under refit, just like the Enterprise Constitution class. They just changed the name, but. And then one thing I didn't like in one of the movies was, the Enterprise kept, was it 4 or 5? Was it 5 when the ship kept messing up and, Scotty was banged into the bulkhead and then,
that was 5.
I included that in my little trailer for the 6 movies. I included that little segment.
Yeah.
And so that was kind of a sad.
Lord Thought popped in and he just said Yorktown. LT would know.
That's why I said I knew I'm wrong. And
I know LT would know.
Personally, I think the Enterprise A should have been a different class. I know it would have, because it just felt like it never really got destroyed. It just came back like a typical J.J. Abrams type of bring back something really quickly without the impact.
Yeah.
By the way, new Trek ships are so ugly. I don't know.
Technically, the C and the D were new ships.
Yeah. We shall not talk about filth today. So
the D is the big one. Okay, the C is the fastest one, and the D is the big one. So those are the main.
The D is the big one, huh?
Is the D bigger than the E?
The D is the big one. Sorry, but that doesn't.
Is the E smaller than the D?
Well, that's in the movie. You thought
somebody has to have a big D.
My spaceship's bigger than your spaceship.
I thought
you guys have got these little Enterprises over there. You're like, wee, let's go through.
I love the art. I love that art.
Yeah,
fantastic.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm going. Are you guys going to the convention this week? Any of you guys going to the convention in Las Vegas?
Unfortunately, it's a wee bit too far to travel.
I really wish I could go to Vegas. I wouldn't be going to the convention. I would just be going to meet people. That's all I'd be doing.
I can barely pay a bus.
Yeah,
going to the US will be kind of.
Dude, I will say this. This will bring me into a good segment. The tip thing that's down below. I can barely. Like I said, I'm still on a phone and a tablet. I do not have a working computer right now. And I've had to put together an old one, but it's not feasible. So not saying you have to, but if anybody can donate, thank you very much. And it'll go towards a new computer. Any money that gets donated goes back into the channel. It doesn't go to hookers and coke or anything. It goes
better
any more. I mean,
yeah, it goes right back into the channel, so I can get a brand new computer.
Yeah, so. It's no fun. I saved up for 8 months to get myself a new one.
Yeah, I've been Retro. How long have I been without? I would say at least 8 months without a computer.
We need to try and get a new computer so you can actually do stuff.
Yeah, because you guys would see, and I would say this because I was a DJ at one time. I was a video editor and everything else. I feel crippled. I cannot, you would see some of the most, today, I would have been able to, do a really cool Star Trek opening, but I couldn't because no computer.
Dude, I get exactly what you are saying. I have been the past year working with NVIDIA 750 Ti that I fixed myself. So this
dude, that's better than what I have.
I know, but this is the thing.
That's stone knives and bear skins.
I have stone knives and bear skins, basically, for me.
I used to do animation. I used to really go into the depths of artificial intelligence research. Right now, I
Damn.
cannot do shit. So I feel like a cripple. I feel like I'm
dude,
trying to.
I feel like I have one hand tied behind my back
Yes.
every single stream because
Yes.
I've like you guys would see some awesome stuff coming out if I could get my computer, like my brand new computer.
I know exactly what you mean, man. And
Yeah.
Like-
yes, it's fucking.
Well, you understand because it has to be a computer that I can basically do videos and everything else on. So it has to be a powerful computer, like and where I could have a stream up, I could have Photoshop up, and everything else up.
Have you seen prices for laptops?
Oh,
Because
just a
right
second.
now,
A gaming laptop.
laptops right now on the US, something with an AMD processor and 3060, 3070 graphics chip on the board is way more cheap than buying a tower PC because of the shortage on supplies. But you are
Is it
talking
faster
about
or it's or
no,
you can use it? It's not
on
good.
speed is really good speed. You are talking about a good processor, about a good graphics processor, but here is the
AMD
issue.
have come a long way. They're at the point now where AMD's top CPUs are starting to surpass Intel.
Yeah,
that's saying something.
Yeah,
Pablo, you're saying you're better off buying a laptop now instead of a tower.
Right now, price wise, you can get something for $1,500 that is really good.
Yeah,
versus
and
trying
I will
to
say
buy
this. I will say this. That's my thing. That's my goal. $1,500 right now.
Yeah.
But that's
because a
$1,500.
graphics card, and that's the issue that I'm having right now. Getting a graphics card, it's here in Ecuador over $2,000. On the United States, over $1,500. Just the graphics card without any processor, without anything.
Yeah.
Well, here's what I'm going to do, and I've done this before with the last computer. I've had it barely runs, but it's on its last legs. Like it barely runs. So I can't do editing. I can't do any of that. I will say this, and I looked a brand new computer for me, a feasible one that I could future proof it myself because Pablo knows. We talked about computers and other things. He knows what I know what to do. It would be somewhere around 1,000 to 1,500. That within that range, and I only have like $100 in my account.
Yeah,
so I'm not.
I must admit, I appreciate that because, as I said,
Mm.
I actually got one and I had to make sure I had the cash. And my base unit alone was $1,000, £1,000.
Yeah. Well,
UK, remember? So
yeah,
you're
it's in the
talking real
UK,
money.
but I know where to go for certain places to get a thing. What I'll do is I get a pre-built, and then I will get some of the cheaper parts and put the other parts in myself.
Well, I used to build them all myself, so I would buy all the parts separately.
Yeah,
but nowadays don't have.
It's better.
It's
better to get it pre-built and then make sure you get the best things you can in a pre-built, and then
the thing is, I slowed down now, so I can't actually build the way I used to. So I have to get them pre-built now.
Yeah.
Because of that. But
just let me tell you this: if you are gonna buy a pre-built PC, take a look to Gamer Nexus and to Linus Tech Media. They have great videos on buying those PCs, and some of them
but here, like I said, the problem is I need the money.
Pablo, I thought The Verge did a really good PC build guide.
The Gamer Nexus is superior in every way.
I would have to say that too. Gamer Nexus, it's
This is the website I use when I go to build a PC. So and what they're saying for what they said last time for graphics card, it says the one you have. And it does a big if you can find a current generation GPU for sale, it'll be 2,000 or more.
Yeah.
Look at that.
One server, so it costs
that's
$1,000.
my issue right now,
no.
and that's why I'm trying to get a grant, because if I get that money, I can finally set up my PC in a way that I can actually work, and that's all I need. For example, right now, if I want to make a video edition for one of my customers, not for YouTube, but I mean, like I'm doing a tutorial on handling a web page, right? I need to make that video really good. if I try to render the video, my PC just shuts down.
Oh yeah, I have the same problem. If I was to even render anything on there, that's the reason why I have Mark. Like, and here's the thing: I'm not begging. I'm actually telling people. I do not. I'm like, I have one hand tied behind my back right now, and like, here's my thing: I really want to put out more stuff on YouTube, and I want to put some shirts because I do graphic. Dude, I'm like jack of all trades, but I can't. I do graphic artist. I do TJ stuff. I do video editing. I know all this stuff that I learned over the years, but I can't do any of it because my computer shuts down on me when I try to do it.
Yeah. I will only say this: if you are going for video editing, just video editing.
I want it to be an all over where I can play on it, where I can do video editing, where I can just.
This is something
YouTube,
fun. This is something really fun.
Yeah.
If you see and full disclosure, I think Apple is full garbage for the last 20 years. Apple has been full garbage, but
Apple's been garbage for decades, dude.
If you need something that is cheap, really usable, and is easy to get, a Mac Mini with the M1 chip is really good.
Yeah, but I don't want to be in the Apple system, dude.
Yeah, the issue is the rest of the Apple products are shit still, but the M1 chip is just incredible. It's amazing what they are doing. So that one, if you are going for video edition or graphic edition, lightweight, a Mac Mini for less than $1,000 have that monster. Really good deal. Really good deal.
Yeah, but
is the M1 chip got the Apple Silicon in it? Or is are they still using
M1 is Apple Silicon. Is the current generation of Apple Silicon. Yep.
Damn.
Well, while we're on, this is a digression, but this is one of my favorite all-time ships that never got to see it. The refit. So Doug Drexler, who designed the ship, had in mind that he would add this. One of the seasons they would have a refit in between seasons and come back and have it look like more like the 1701. So you can see it. They only have this out as a model kit, which I have and have yet to build. But you can see how cool that is. Doug Drexler, what a genius that is to have. You've got the top part, and then you add that lower section, so it becomes basically like the Enterprise. You can see that the evolution.
Yeah, they were trying to do, but they never did do it.
It got canceled. But that was just such a beautiful, cool idea. I thought to have have that as a refit.
Weren't they going to introduce the fleet, like a fleet of ships in season 5 of Enterprise, if I remember? Because I know they introduced a ship in, I think, season 3 or was it
they did add another ship. Yep, and LT in the chat would probably know exactly which one. But it was the Columbia, I think. I'm just my bad memory.
I'm still waiting for the Romulan War. I'm waiting for season 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's depressing that we lost a bunch of good Star Trek, and then so. But what we're here today is talking about the good stuff. I don't want.
Yeah, well, this was the good stuff. This is the good.
Yeah, well, I know. I understand that, but
but just
season 4 of Enterprise is one of my.
Yeah, I know, and I really did want the refit. So
Yeah, it was just such a cool.
Lord Thought said just Columbia NX202.
All right, I was right. I was actually right. Okay,
yeah.
I know.
This is why I wanted Lord Thoth on here today, but he had some other stuff to do. So,
I forget. Is the 01 and the NX-01 mean like it's the first ship of the fleet or the first ship of its kind or something?
I think it means experimental.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because didn't they have the Excelsior NX?
Lord Thoth? No. What is that? What does it mean? Experimental or what is it? Because I'm not sure on it myself. Challenger man type.
I know. I thought the NX class of ships was at the time the fleet's flagship, their main most powerful ships, and then the NX class changed into the Enterprise class.
Okay, so Lord Thought just said experimental vessel. So,
guys, I do believe you will have a great time just with my network alone. If you see the network on my house is neutral space for the normal connection, 2.4, and the other one is deep space. the passwords are ship names, including the model. So yeah.
And Lorthot just said NX Naval Experiment.
You missing there on Excelsior. Yep.
Yeah, because I thought the Excelsior at one point maybe was.
Well, Scotty did rip on the Excelsior all the time.
Yeah, wasn't that at one point? Was that? It was NCC. Okay, I thought at one point they had an NX in the name, but
what do you call it? A bucket of bolts? Like, what
well, if my grandmother had wheels, she'd be a wagon.
And then the captain, and then the captain's like, "Good night, Mr. Sky." He's like, "Up your shit."
Since Takei is the last captain that we know about on the Excelsior, you can say it's the gay ship.
Like, hey, with the lisp and everything. So
I wish we got a George Takei show with the.
Oh yeah,
as a captain, but
that would have been good. I think that
would
have
been
good.
But you know, they never wanted to do anything like decent like that, like someone's original cast. You know. So.
And they had Rand. Rand was the communications officer. And then you had Vasquez from Aliens. She was on that ship, I think. Or no. Oh, sorry, that's Enterprise.
Like that. Like if you would have done a spinoff with just them alone, that would have been awesome. So
you can. The Excelsior is supposed to be a more. How do I say it? Armored ship, right? It's supposed to be a heavy-duty warship. So you can actually get into space fights with it. If they wanted to do something more actiony, if they wanted to do something more actiony, the Excelsior was the ship to do it.
They had transwarp drive. Remember transwarp drive?
Yep.
Well,
supposed to go over warp 10, wasn't it, or something? Yeah.
Before they changed it, warp 10 turned into frogs or toads or something.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, because the Enterprise went warp 14.1.
Yeah, I remember
transwarp when it's warp but not warp.
Because remember Nomad tweaked up the drive, didn't he? Do you remember that? That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
Nomad tweaked up the drive, and it went up to something like, was it warp 14 or something ridiculous? And the ship was flying apart, wasn't it? If you remember that episode.
The episode with the Kelvins, they went up to like warp 12 or something.
Yeah.
And they were going in between, going to the Andromeda Galaxy. The guy from Forbidden Planet, the doctor. Warren Stevens. He was the leader.
Yeah.
But wasn't it okay? The one time that it goes a couple of times beyond warp 10. But one of the times is because he's under control of some other being. So literally, it's not the engine really what is getting that power. Is the being that is forcing the drive to go to warp. I guess it's 12 or something.
Was that not the boy? I'm trying to remember.
What?
Season 1?
It's it's season 2 when the Enterprise get taken over. But yeah, it goes to ludicrous speed, basically.
Yeah. No, I thought Charlie X did that as well on the Charlie X one.
No, I remember is when Spock tries to fuse his mind with the probe. With the
that was it.
Lord that's the one.
Lord Thought said Nomad boosted Enterprise to warp 15.
Exactly. Yeah,
that's what I said. It was Nomad. Yeah.
And that which survives, they're saying that was allegedly the fastest. I guess that was when they had the aliens were they actually turned out to be androids, and it was a kind of wonky episode where if they touched you, they would disintegrate you or kill you.
Yeah,
I'm trying to see where they referenced that, but I think then they had the Enterprise going at ludicrous speed in that one.
It was like flying apart, wasn't it?
Yeah, but of course when they made this series, they didn't. They did have the writer's Bible, but they're making it up too, so no one thought that The warp 10 being the fastest.
The canon necessarily wasn't.
You didn't think they didn't think Star Trek would last that long. Like Doctor Who.
Yeah,
nobody
didn't necessarily put the
nobody
canon.
thought Doctor Who was like and Lucas even said he didn't think Star Wars was going to go anywhere either.
No.
So you have 3 franchises that the people that actually created them like, I don't think this could go anywhere, so we're just going to be crazy. You know, we're going to tell a good story, but I don't think it's going to go anywhere. You know,
didn't.
But it does.
Think like,
And so you have 3 of the biggest franchises: Star Trek, Star Wars, and Doctor Who. You know, a license to print money, which they can't do nowadays. You know.
Well, here it is. What they're talking about. Yeah, the warp engines they were sabotaged, so the matter and matter integrator is fused. So and then the ship goes totally out of control, and that's when that cool scene where Scotty's in the Jeffries tube, and he's almost could. If he touches anything wrong, he's going to blow up the ship, and then
he's trying to reverse the polarities. It's a great episode, man.
Actually, they brought the Pertwee Doctor in so they could reverse the polarity of the neutrons going up.
So okay. Let me just ask you this: if the engineer reversed the polarity, is it now a trans ship?
It is doing transwarp. It is doing transwarp, Pablo.
There's the cool scene with Scotty.
You're reversing the polarity.
Animated.
Pablo. That's what you're doing.
Yeah. And I think this is the new effects. I'm guessing that's the new effect.
Oh, that's a new one. There's no way that was actually.
Yeah, that was.
There is no way that was in.
Is that the same cube? Is that the same cube from Corbomite Maneuver? Is that the same cube?
That is the nice thing though about like the 50th anniversary box set.
That's the same cube. I think.
A lot of props are reused in multiple episodes.
Yeah, they have updated the effects in them, which is nice to be honest. You know,
I want the original cheesy effects. It's just not the same. I like the original.
Just like Star Wars.
I get you.
Just like Star Wars, I want the original print.
Well, the good thing is you have both on the Blu-ray too. So
I want the original Jabba the Hutt. Never don't want that basically CGI'd in over the top of the big fat guy.
It's absolutely awful, isn't it? That's terrible. That.
See, I like.
I mean, could you imagine if they went through all those old Doctor Who's and updated the special effects in those?
Don't give them an idea.
No, don't tell them.
Please don't. Don't. They'll put like, hey, Manchester United in the background.
No. They replace every single Doctor with a vagina.
But see, I like
they already did. So
they updated the special stuff in the early Red Dwarf episodes, and then they wound up when they went to put them on DVD, they went back to the originals. I like that.
Yeah.
And PJ knows about that because
we love Red Dwarf. We love Red Dwarf.
Yeah, we've been doing Red Dwarf. We've done all the TV shows. We're on the books now.
The books,
brilliant.
Boys from the Dwarf.
Yeah.
You bunch of smegheads.
I really like the remastered stuff they did for Star Trek TOS.
I agree. Yeah, I think it was very well done because they didn't go overboard and they didn't redo any of the sets or it was just basically the space shots.
Yeah, and
they added some details,
especially when they're going in reverse. Like there was twice in Balance of Terror when they shot the plasma charge at them, and then also when the cube from Corbomite Maneuver was going after them, and we get to see them go in reverse. It was pretty cool because the original series, they were very limited in what they could show for obvious reasons.
Lord Thoth, thank you for coming over, brother. I appreciate it.
Take care, LT.
Take care, man.
Hey, it's Murasaki 312.
Yeah, see, these are all great effects, and it's done in the spirit, and it's also they didn't go overboard too, and like I think having the CGI done when it was, years ago, it doesn't look perfect.
Well, they kind of keeps you into it. They showed restraint, which is good. You did it enough to where they updated it enough, but kept it looking like the original show.
And it has a little cheesiness factor to it.
They had to reuse matte paintings for some episodes. So, like for instance, Dagger of the Mind, they reshowed the Delta Vega mining or facility from the second pilot where no man has gone before. So they redid that. I think this picture is that in particular. The Tantalus penal colony, and then they did something similar with Requiem for Methuselah, the episode with Flint, the immortal, and Reyna, the android. Well, they reused the castle painting from the cage and the menagerie.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that they were able to update the visuals for that was great.
See, I can understand that, but I must admit I prefer them the way they were because it's of its time. I don't like it when they update things. Just even I can appreciate that they're doing it and it actually does make it visually more stunning, but I think it takes you out of the time it was made. That's why I'm most keen on it.
Yeah, PJ, I will say the same about Doctor Who episodes if they were to do that. Yeah, because you love it because it's cheesy.
Away. Yes. Yeah. There's no charm.
Yeah.
The Daleks have a toilet tool. It has a.
I was watching the 5th and 6th Doctor last night. There's some cheesy ass shit, and even in the 5th and 6th Doctor, man.
Oh yeah.
When was the incidental music was very dated.
Which Doctor had the rubber spiders as the enemy?
How about the Daleks that were going down the street and they were wobbling side to side? Yeah.
Yeah. But see, the Tom Baker one was the Planet of the Spiders with.
Yes, exactly.
No, Planet of the Spiders was the one where Pertwee died.
Pertwee, and that's where Sarah Jane had the spiders on her back. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she didn't have. Well, yeah, she did.
She did have a spider on her back. Yeah. Yeah. But that. See, those coordinates, I don't want to be CGI so the spider looks real because it takes you out of it.
Yeah.
I like the corniness of it. It's the same as watching an old black and white movie. I don't want that colorized. I've got my Laurel and Hardy. I've got them and I've got them colorized. Don't watch them colorized. I watch them original black and white.
But let's be honest, Tommy was the hero of Planet of the Spiders. So... Tommy was the hero. He was like, so.
This is the thing. The charm of those series are actually the production value of the time. Seeing the costumes, seeing the crappy effects, but they were actually trying to convey something with so short of I forgot the word. Sorry, my English is bad today.
Funding.
Just a second.
Funding, yeah.
Giovanni, see you later, brother.
Yeah, it took more creativity to do things on a low budget.
Yeah,
than to have all the special effects.
You look at William Hartnell, especially. You look at the funding to the point where there's trip ups when they're doing their narrative, they're doing their speeches. They just trip up with a word and they just redo it and just continue on. Like a normal person would do. They don't stop it, restart it, and film it because they knew they were filming it at like a stage theatre. So they knew if they made a mistake, just continue on. They knew if they had to reshoot that would cost them more money. So they didn't.
And time. And they didn't have a lot of time. They only had a specific time limit to
their funding. Their funding in their time frame was what they had to film that in. So they didn't redo things unless something major happened. That's why you can see the occasional the croutons, but you see one of them falling over as the camera pans away. You just see it tipping over, but they didn't. Oh, we'll need to reshoot that because that fell over. They just continued on and just ignored it. And it's things like that. It was all to do with funding, and they were all stage actors, so they knew if they fluffed a wee bit, just continue on. Don't
keep on going.
Yep, and that's what I like about it.
There's something that the new generations, at least on producing the films, don't get, and the series don't get. For me, what took me to make cosplays, to actually learn how to make these costumes, is seeing the practicality on the costumes on all productions, seeing the zipper or seeing the cable, seeing what makes it work. So I got inspired. That inspires people. That triggers the imagination. What else is happening inside of the suite? What is making this move or that shine? Are they using electricity? Are they using just a mirror? What are they doing? How do they got that? And by learning that, you actually get into engineering and get into arts. That's the way you motivate people. Make them know that this is a human making the effect, and they can do it too. They can get there.
Oh, yeah, you're right, because I think practical effects, even sometimes they look corny, just look better because you knew that. You look at Total Recall, the Mars exterior, that was all practical effects. And to me, that looks amazing. You look at stuff now where they're panning over landscapes, that's all CGI, that's nothing. Basically, somebody's done that in a computer, big deal. Whereas the idea that somebody's made a model to that much detail, I thought, wow, I would rather sit and stare at that all day.
Yeah, and then you try to make it at home and you actually realize that they took months and you start to appreciate the work.
Yeah, I remember used to do terrain for Warhammer, and the amount of time I spent on a small area, and you realise that someone's built a stage like that, and you think, wow, the amount of work they put in, considering how long it took me to do a tree. It's just crazy.
I mean, looking at the work they did on the old Jerry Anderson shows, on how elaborate some of those
Thunderbirds are go.
Yeah. I mean, that island, the work that must have taken to build that.
Yeah.
And all the stuff worked. It was real.
To make a patch of grass, you had to make every single leaf be in place, right? Yeah. Now you just load the texture. That's all.
People actually worked back then to bring a good story and everything. So.
Yeah, see, this is what this is the bad. Yeah, that's a horrible CGI job.
Whereas I would rather see the practical one, because the practical one looked amazing.
Much better, yeah.
Yeah.
So but one thing I have to say about the remaster of Star Trek, like when I was watching my kids, it kept them in the show more, I think. And they, at least they give you the choice. Like Star Wars, you don't have the choice unless you go to fan made stuff. But at least with Star Trek, right on the DVD, you can click a button. I want new, I want old. Like the Doomsday Machine, I just love the new effects. That's one of my favorite episodes, and having those new effects. And they didn't go. That was the one episode I almost wish they had added, a few more seconds of footage to. But what they did, and when they redid it, they just took the exact shot, the exact amount of time, and sometimes they did, change it, but it wasn't like they added, 30 seconds here, 30 seconds there to the scene. So that's what I appreciated too. And they didn't try to change any of the sets. The only thing they think they changed was the clock on the Enterprise. Instead of having that flip clock, little things that they had so the clock looked a little bit more updated.
It's the same as like one of my friends did a paint job for one of my figures, right? And the figure is absolutely so superbly painted, but she made sure she even added a wee bit extra by texturing the base. And the base, even it only took her an extra 5-10 minutes to texture it. It looks better than the ones that you could have just got to be the actual pre-done bases, and it just looks plastic. Yep. And just to add a wee bit of texture to that just takes her paint job to the extremes, because it adds that bit extra texture to it, and it's just superb. And even things like that, because you can buy bases that are pre-done and all you're doing is sticking stuff to it, and they don't look the same no matter what. They're meant to be
extra step.
Yep. Exactly, because it's green. It's bits of plastic made to look like grass, and it's painted green. Doesn't look like it. Whereas the flock and stuff like that brought on with a wee mix of different colours to make it look realistic.
Yeah,
it's just that's why I always prefer practical effects on stuff.
So, I agree with what Draco said. The danger of CGI, they will go with the efficiency and the cheap and easy. If you build a better one in CGI, if you built it with the same care and detail of a real world model maker, but they won't.
That's the thing now, isn't it? CGI is going to be a lot cheaper to use, because you think of the computing power, the computing power we now have compared to in the day when it was CGI was first starting off. It's literally anybody, any man and his dog can now do CGI effects now from a home computer now, because of the amount of computing power you now have. So again, it's literally next to nothing now. As you say, like compared to a practical effect, which is far better and in some cases it looks better as well than a lot of CGI.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm more impressed by seeing like miniatures than to see CGI, because I know how much work had to be done to build it.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
So
one thing about
tutorial needs to take off.
Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to say goodbye to everyone in the chat. If you haven't checked out my channel, check out my channel. My next project's going to be a review of Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Naporeal, can you put it in the chat, and I'll have one of the mods in there put it in the main chat for us.
Thank you for popping in, dude. Much
put it in the private chat.
I appreciate you guys, having me on and stuff. I think it's
welcome.
great.
Welcome. Please come back anytime, dude.
Great to talk to you. Yep.
All right.
And everybody,
I hope you're on our list of. We'll have to add you to our list of.
We have a long list,
and you're not on that list, which is an oversight. Do not kill the secretary.
Yeah, he's the secretary. Okay, he's the secretary. So
we'll just give the bot. We'll give the bot a kick.
Yeah. Your agonizer, please, sir.
All right. Well, once again, thanks a lot. Take care, everybody.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
I got to say one thing, and I'll try to do respectfully. Doctor Hercule Monkey. What's up?
Welcome, dude.
Yeah, the good doctor is in.
Yeah.
We will see you now.
Yeah.
Well, getting back to that CGI discussion too, I think one of the things that Star Trek was an expensive series to make. So it was actually, these effects in the original Doomsday Machine. That's one of the reasons I love the episode so much too, is because, the effects were good and they were believable, and, they didn't take you, totally out of course. It's, if someone saw it today, I guess they would say, what's this? So, but it was good enough, and think of what they had to work with. And the original design, the author, the writer of the episode had elaborate alien ship, and basically the designer said, we don't have money for this. We're gonna paper mache a windsock from an airport, and it works. I mean, you kind of picture this great planet eater with this big maw, like whale, Moby Dick or something, just going around eating up and destroying planets. So sometimes the simple things work, but the episode, the original effects were decent, and plus the acting, and it's a great story. But one quick story to tell. And in college, we'd watch in New York area, it was WPIX channel 11. Anyone in this area of the country would know was like a New York station, and they would show Star Trek at midnight until that SOB Seinfeld took over at midnight. But so every night was midnight Star Trek. So, I grew up watching that, or, late night in college, we'd have like a study break and watch Star Trek. So one night the fire alarm goes off, and there's like, 10 minutes left in the Doomsday Machine, and the RA's like, Mark, you gotta leave. I'm like, I'm not leaving. I gotta watch the end of the episode. He's looking around the room. He's like, you've got Star Trek posters everywhere. He's like, tell me you haven't seen this 100 times. He's like, this is one of my favorite episodes. I'm not leaving. You can write me up. It's a bogus fire alarm. He's like, all right.
You're not leaving. Bring me some marshmallows while I wait.
Yeah.
Okay, we have maybe like 15 minutes left, so we're gonna be switching gears to Pablo.
Well, actually, I just want to can I give my favorite episode real quick?
Oh yeah, okay. I didn't. Sorry.
No, that's all right. No, I'll get it. Yeah, but I just want.
I think we got everybody. Everybody has. Everybody showed their favorite. What my two favorite? I'll say this real quick. My two favorite are Space Seed and Trouble with Tribbles. So,
Space Seed, I must admit, I was going to choose rather than but because Wrath of Khan's my favorite movie as well, and anything with Ricardo Montalban in it.
Let Mark say your episodes, and we're going on to Pablo's because I know.
I'll be quick because we've talked about this before, but just Galileo 7. I think as much as City on the Edge of Forever is a fantastic episode, it's kind of like the default number one, and it shouldn't be discounted. But I love Spock's first chance at command, and just showing how the human side and the Vulcan side, he's giving logically the right answers, but he can't understand why the crew is upset with him. It's almost a mutiny with some of the characters, and why the aliens aren't reacting the way. And then finally, in the end, the brilliance. Oh God, that's the original before they redid it. he does the quote paraphrasing. He does such a human thing where he jettisons the fuel to send up the plasma, and it just kind of went on a hunch. So, and that's why Kirk is such a great commander too, because he's super smart, but then he's also got that hunch, that human side. So that's where I think Spock's character really grows in that episode, and it shows, unlike some of the stuff we won't talk about, he's got a lot of failures in this episode. Crew members get killed, and so that's probably it's definitely one of my top episodes. Great quotes in that. Great quotes in that episode. And of course, and and of course, Wrath of Khan, everyone knows, is my favorite.
Yeah. So he's like,
you've heard that before. I got to meet Leonard Nimoy, and
on the very first time that we brought Mark on, he did that. We're like Star Trek and stuff.
Well, it was a world premiere, so I got to go. It was a fundraiser for a school, so I got to go to that. But that was a lot of fun. So. So thank you. That's all the episodes are good, right? Anyone else?
Did anybody else besides Mark not to get to mention their favorite episodes or movies?
No, I didn't need to, because mine was Wrath of Khan, and I'd said it when.
Yeah, mine's my favorite Star Trek movie is Wrath of Khan too. So.
And Jed, you said Trouble with Tribbles.
Trouble with Tribbles and Space Heater are my two favorites. So,
Yep, which are great episodes. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's my top two right there.
You got to get this ornament.
That's
a cool ornament.
Oh, that's great. I love that. Oh, that's brilliant. That's great. Oh, yeah.
All right, let's get over to Pablo. I'll stop sharing here. Yep.
Okay, let's see if you can guess.
Wait, Pablo, we got to do your thing first. I got to put. I got to sit there.
Intro.
I was gonna say my favorite episode.
Oh, okay, and then we'll do your thing.
Missing that. Yeah. So let me see if you guys can guess the episode from the speech on the episode. Give me your hand. Your hand. No, feel that. Human flesh against human flesh. We are the same. We share the same history, the same heritage, the same lives. It is from. Oh, come on. Who mourns for Adonais? No, who mourns for Adonais?
Yes,
it's the speech where this is actually part of my philosophy on life. Kirk saying directly that it doesn't matter who you are. We are still human. We need to stick together as human. Because once we leave that, once we stop being human to each other, it's over for everybody, not just for us.
And that would go true to today,
Yeah, exactly. So that's part of my philosophy on life. That's the speech. That's the way he gets the lieutenant to change her mind and actually go against Adonais instead of going against the human race, in this case, going against the Enterprise and the crew. So it's a really, really good episode that nobody really pays attention to. And
I did. It had Leslie Parrish in it.
Yeah, I really believe more people should watch that episode and really hear what he's saying, because that speech is one of the best in the whole fucking franchise as a whole.
Yeah.
As movie, I will go with Star Trek 5.
Oof.
Interesting.
That's an odd one.
It's a really good movie, and I will tell you why. You have, first of all, you have Kirk going out of his way to actually show that he's still on command, even though his ship is completely taken over. And when you finally get God in front of you, and Kirk goes, excuse me, what does
God need with a spaceship?
And Bones goes, you don't ask the Almighty for his ID.
That is a great line. Yeah, that's a highlight of the movie.
Yeah,
it's true. What does God need with a spaceship? God doesn't need a spaceship.
PJ and Mark, there was some great stuff there, by the way.
Yeah. The highlight of the movie for me is before that, is when they are facing the fears and the sadness on their hearts, and you have Bones actually watching how he had to euthanize his father. And if you see why he is with the beard and he's so sad at the beginning of the very first movie, Star Trek: The Motion Picture, is because he was doing that between the series and the movie, and he rejects his humanity because he had to kill his father, even for pity, but he had to do that. And that moment actually brings McCoy to a whole new level. So I love that movie because of what it makes for the characters.
Yeah.
Oh, I agree with you,
some
dude.
great character moments, and McCoy's, D. Kelly's acting is fantastic.
Oh,
So that movie does have some great bits to it. It's just overall, I don't think it works, but I still love watching it. But especially the campfire scene, and I think what happened, it had a little bit too much of save the whales. Said, hey, let's make Star Trek funny.
Oh, I hate 4. By the way, full disclosure,
I actually love 4 because it's funny. Yeah.
No, there's a reason why I hate 4. It was all the time on the TV. It was all the time on Channel 5. But the rest of the movies, they never showed those
oversaturation.
And it's because of something. Here in Ecuador, we have whales, so we love whales. Everybody wanted to watch the movie with whales. I wanted to watch the other movies because they were cooler.
Yeah. Well, here's like Pablo.
It's like listening to Bryan Adams for 16 weeks. Everything I do.
Why would you listen to Bryan Adams for 16 weeks?
Exactly, because it was over here in the UK for 16 bleeding weeks, and it was like, it's too much. Please stop. So yeah, I can understand Pablo's view on that. Like, it just gets oversaturated.
You think about it. No matter what you love, you imagine sitting down every single day for a year and a half, or lockdown for 2 years, and literally watching the exact same thing. You love it to the point you go, I need to watch something else, please, anything else, because it can be oversaturated, and you just go, I love it, but come on.
Raquel does that every year.
The best scene on that movie, for me is McCoy going. No, not even McCoy. You have Scotty going, computer, and trying to speak to the computer.
Yes, he takes the mouse.
Computer. Hello, computer.
Talking to the mouse.
Primitive, is it? Primitive.
I love that bit.
Use the mouse.
But other than that, I got so saturated with that movie that I actually went for 5 more.
Oh, brilliant.
See, when I used to actually work in a university, we used to do teaching, and we used to do foreign students to get them used to a computer. And I was sure one of them used to watch Star Trek, and I don't know if he was doing it deliberately, because somebody handed him a mouse and said, "We use that." So he put it in the ground, and he was using it like a foot pedal. And I'm sitting there thinking, has he been watching Star Trek and just taking the mickey? Or is he just not understand what a mouse is for? And that's what I thought he was. He just put it in the ground and was pressing it with his foot. And I'm sitting there thinking, what's he doing? I handed him a mouse, and he can see everybody else used the mouse. He's put it in the floor. And I don't know if he was a touch typist, and that was the thing they used to use for the dictation. And that's what he was doing. But it was just that it reminded me of that Star Trek when he picks it up and goes, computer.
Wonderful.
Yes, not working. Yes.
Great, wonderful.
But it's just actually, it's amazing. Even that reminded me, and I'm sitting there thinking, is this guy taking the mickey out of me? Or does he know what I like what he was doing?
Well, if he had been a transcriptionist, that would make sense, though.
Yeah.
Well, I want to say this. I want to say and we need to go. Because I want to say thank you to everybody that's been here today. Thank you to the whole panel that's been here today.
I'll get my crew with me.
Okay. Well, here.
By the way, just a show. Sorry, we didn't have time for today, but
we'll do it next week, probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is still on package.
Ooh, yeah.
And just watch how much it cost.
55 cents.
65.
65. 55 if you
I'm not.
buy 10 or
55
more.
is cents I'd buy it, not for
Yep.
65. Way too much.
No,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
55 you need to buy 10 or more of these. So
So
what will I
okay.
do with 10?
Okay, does anybody have anything to promote before we go?
No, just my channel. Not that I'm conceited, narcissistic, or anything.
You're just a bastard, PJ.
If he was, he'd have an H on his forehead.
Hey, I'll have you know I'm not a bastard. My mum and dad had actually met once.
At least once, you know.
Yes, at least once.
And then after that, they're like, "Yeah, we don't."
Yeah. Right.
He's...
So yeah, PJ maybe we do a Wednesday and a Saturday stream. So nip over, join us.
Yeah,
that's it.
And,
that's it. I'm very conceited, but I'm very quick, according to my wife.
And you always see PJ on with me and Father Christopher. So
yeah, Friday. Yeah,
on Fridays. So and then PJ likes to show. I love having PJ on here on Sundays and other times too. So.
Yeah, please sub to his channel. Please sub to PJ's
please sub
channel.
to his channel.
I'm only 8 away from 100. 8 more.
Yeah, please sub to
get
him.
Okay. We have 12 people in here right now. If 8 of you could sub, you can get him over to that 100 part. Okay, please.
Yeah, so please sub.
Thank you guys.
So I'll even actually get my thumb working. It doesn't always work, but I'll get it working just to go. Thanks.
Yeah, you know the reason why his thumb don't work because
Yeah,
I can't say much because Maddie's.
I need to switch it on just so I have to switch it so it does that all the time, so it doesn't do that.
Yeah, I'm being clean right now because Steve let me know that Maddie's listening, so I'm being clean. So.
She's a baby. She won't understand that.
Basically, new attitude to the thumbs up.
But Steve even appreciates that, and I'm respecting Steve. So Steve's a good part of our community. Well, our friends and family. So
plus, he looks like Thorne could beat the crap out of us too. So
Steve could beat the crap out of us. He's like,
not that he would, but
So. When Maddie grows up, she's gonna come over there. Him and Steve both are just go, So, but yeah, does anybody else have anything to promote?
Oh, Minas Hecha Español.
Yeah.
And also, this is for Kurtzman. Mate.
Hey, no, wait. You need to do that for Kevin Smith.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah.
Kevin Smith.
For Kevin
thank
Smith,
you
is that not for the power of numbskull?
Tom was playing more He-Man soundtrack
by the power
music
of
this
soy.
I will just say this. Kevin Smith, thanks for the 2,000 subscribers on Minas Hecha Español. Fuck you very much.
Yeah. Thank you for making the channel famous.
Yes, fuck you very much. Yes.
So
thank you.
So Steve Mitchum needs to get one of these for Maddie. This is the Enterprise plush toy from Think.
Awesome.
And it actually used to make sound effects, but the battery went. So I've either got. I'm not that good at sewing. Otherwise, I'd have to open it up, and they made it child safe, so you couldn't, get to the batteries. But
shit.
So I had that. My kids grew up playing with that. So
So I want to thank everybody for being here today. We got to go because Mike's thing's coming up. So
let's plug that. Plug that.
I want to. We're going to be doing the 60th anniversary of the Fantastic Four. Today was actually the day that it came out. So afterwards, please go over to Clobbering Times channel. If somebody can put that link in there. After this, it'll start at because we're gonna give everybody about a half hour. It starts at 2:00 my time, but 3:00 everywhere. So I'm in Arizona Pacific time. So, but
it's 9:30 here at the moment.
It starts in about a half hour, so that's the reason why I wanted to give everybody a half hour to do what they need to do and stuff. So, thank you guys very much, and We appreciate everybody in the chat, everybody that's came on the panel today, and the Poor Life Form got to come on for the first time today, which is freaking cool. So we would like him to come. Yeah, we would like him to come on more too. And thank you for coming on. We were gonna have some others, but people were just, today was a busy day for a lot of people. So you can do what you do. But yeah, thank you to PJ, Pablo, Marc D, Bud, Ashley, and Retro. So thank you guys, everybody.
Thank you for having us.
Don my outfit.
Cheers. Yeah, cheers, everybody.
Thanks for watching, everyone. And PJ, you're up to 94 because I subscribed to you.
Yay!
So.
Thank you very much.
On both. And then a tip if you subscribe to anyone.
The engines can't hold it, Captain.
Yeah. So,
I love Forbidden Planet. I got to watch that, but always watch a few minutes of the video when you sub to anyone new. That way the subscription sticks then.
Yeah.
So yeah. And go even if you don't speak Espanol, please go over to subscribe to Pablo too, because they do speak English over there too, but they just do both in Spanish and English.
Yeah, the live streams on Tuesdays and Thursdays are in English and Spanish.
Yeah, so
lots of fun.
Yeah, so and it's a lot of fun over there. So, thank you, everybody. Everybody, say bye.
Bye.
Bye, chat. Thank you everyone for watching. Cheers.